Hassel Lights, talk to me. Yeah, it is your boy Hassel, and it is another edition of Hassel's Review, and it's not just any old edition of Hassel's Review. It is our ho holiday edition of Hassel's Review. And as a kicker for being the ho holiday edition, we're going to review none other than Image Comics Creepshow Holiday Special. Our kind friends over at Geek Network hooked us up with an advanced copy of the Creepshow Holiday Special. So, without further ado, we're going to give you a very spoiler-ridden, as my good buddy Big Rob of Big Rob's House Entertainment, and no Chinese food likes to say. We're going to spoil this shit up for you guys. So, all you gals and ghouls, gather around the old fire and sit down as we tell some cautionary tales of terror and delight and macabre on Christmas. And yes, I do have my Terrifier Art the Clown Christmas shirt on, because hey, I'm festive as fuck, guys. And your boy Hassel don't usually get festive as fuck, but that, that's for a therapist later. So, we get two cautionary tales in this book here, and it's really good. My favorite of the two is actually the first one. It's called Christmas Man. And Christmas Man is actually written by Daniel Kraus and is illustrated by Jonathan Wayshak. And before we get into that, it's very hard not to read the creeper, the creep. With Creepshow, you always have the creep. But for whatever reason, when I'm reading this, I'm catching these vibes of Tales from the Crypt Keeper. And they're two totally different entities. I get it. I know this. I am a horror aficionado. I know this. However, I still fucking read them with the same voice. I can't help it. So it starts out and you get the creep, and he's, giving you the rundown of what's about to go down. So we have a tale that starts out with Esme is the main character's name. She's a young girl. And she is watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and she is enjoying it because Mom told her she could do so before they built their gingerbread house. However, she's got a couple of asshole brothers that are there, and they want to watch football. I mean, it's Christmas. People, we want to watch football. I'm one of those same assholes. I get it. However, let the little girl watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So they're trying to tell her Santa's not real, and she's like going back and forth with them, and they're doing the whole brother or sister deal. We used to be little assholes to our brothers and sisters as well, folks. If you didn't, were you really a big brother or big sister? I mean, let's be honest here. If you wasn't mean to them, you didn't love them. So apparently he loves the fuck out of Esme. But either way, so he's trying to get her the hell out of there, basically. He wants to watch TV. He wants to get control because he's got $20 right on this game. So she's standing her ground. So they go on back and forth, whatever, and they're trying to scare her. So finally, they tell her about Christmas Man. So Christmas Man is this almost like reindeer / Bigfoot Wendigo creature that resides in the North Pole. And apparently, the white fur on Santa's hat and the inside lining of his jacket, that stuff right there, is lined with the furs of Christmas Man's ancestors. So Christmas Man always wants to kill Santa for revenge upon his family. But, as they put it, Santa's a pussy and he hides in his workshop with his little elves all year long building toys. So the one day of the year that he does get out, which is Christmas Eve, to deliver toys to all the boys and girls, Christmas Man, he begins a murderous rampage trying to find Santa and kill Santa. But the reindeer are too fast. He can't get away. Well, here's a cool little twist they did. And I dug it. It's like, okay, that's pretty neat. They said, have you ever wondered why stockings are shaped so funny? And I know we've all noticed that you got the little boot, but it's like, whose fucking toes are the extension of the foot and toe and everything is only like this long. Right? It's like, hey, makes sense. So basically, what that is it was a tradition started. So when Christmas Man, who is rampaging across the world trying to catch Santa on foot, he lost his toes due to frostbite over the years. True story, folks. That's what they're saying. So when he comes to your home and you have stockings on there, he can warm his feet or stumps by the fire. And that's why you have actual toys and gifts and candy inside of your stocking, is because if you warmed the Christmas man's feet or stumps or what the hell ever they are, he left you something behind. So the estimate's like, you mean to tell me Santa didn't do that? And he's like, no, it's not Santa. Well, the whole time they're like, going back and forth with this. Santa's not real and this to scare. And she keeps kind of repeating anything can happen on Christmas Eve, the magic of Christmas Eve, so forth and so on. Well, bedtime comes. And young Esme, she goes and takes all of the stockings off of the mantle. She takes them, she goes, she lays down. She's a little vindictive little rascal. But she goes and does this. Well, lo and behold, you hear a scream and a holler and a shout of where was my stockings, and Christmas Man is there. And Christmas Man has a pretty cool look. He's this big, like I said, Wendigo looking creature with horns, a little freaky mouth, and all this cool stuff. He reminds me very much of Sasquatch from Alpha Flight with stubby feet and reindeer horns with a Krampus face kind of. I don't know. It was pretty cool though. I enjoyed it. And he's running through these young assholes in the living room. Well, Esme comes in there and she throws her stocking in there so that she'll be safe. And he pretty much acknowledges this. And then he's got the biggest brother, which was the asshole the whole time, even though there was two others. And he's like, what about my stocking? What about my stocking? And by the time Christmas Man chomps his foot off. And you get her smiling. She says, anything is possible on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. The end. Pretty cool. I liked it. I give it a good solid 4.5 Hassels out of 5. Very enjoyable little read. Moving into the next one, this is where I say it's more a cautionary tale. So it's called Package Thieves, but it really is about all these assholes, and we've all been hit and victimized by these son of a bitchin' porch pirates, right? So that's basically what this tale is about porch pirates, but it's called Package Thieves. And it's written by James Asmus, and I'm going to butcher the hell out of this artist's name, and I apologize if I do and you're watching. But it's Lezza Cordensi. Get the feeling they're Italian as fuck, and I like it, But if I butchered your name, I apologize on behalf of House Review and Nerdy Man Room Show. We apologize. However, so Porch or Package Thieves is about two young ladies, Holly and Joy. So the tale opens up, and you see Holly. She's going to this porch, and she picks up these packages, and she's walking back to her car. Well, this random neighbor's like, hey, who are you? And she's like, this is my cousin's house. I got my packages delivered here, because you know how porch pirates are. Damn thieves, one of those deals. And she's actually the damn thief. She gets the stuff in there, they skedaddle. So she meets back up at the apartment with Joey, who I'm assuming, you don't really know if they're roommates or they're lovers, whatever, but they live together. So it is what it is. So I kind of got the vibe they were a couple. But anyways, she goes opening packages and whatnot, and apparently what they do is they go and porch pirate and then sell on their little shops. So there's an eye in there, like literally just an eye sitting in a box. So, okay, we're getting somewhere. Next, and she's freaked out. She's wanting to call the law. And Joey is like, no, we can't call the law. When the law shows up, how are you going to explain these other packages as all hundreds of packages with other people's names? Good point. Bitch, you stole this shit. So, they didn't call the law. They continue on thieving. They go to the next day, and there's a heart inside of next said box. And it's like, ooh. So she's like, Holly is really freaked out. She is like, woo, we got to do something. So Joey is still, no, we can't. Well, it fast forwards, and you go into they're in this little market type area, and basically this is where they're boosting and selling their stolen shit. Well, this gentleman comes across them, and he finds this little robo dog, and he picks it up. He's like, "Oh my God, how did you find this?" He said, "They're sold out everywhere," and it was like, hey, $150, sure. And he's like, I can't pay that. He said, I bought one. He said, somebody stole it off of my porch. And, that's where they make eye contact. Because earlier in the book, Joey had tried to smooth things over with Holly by saying, you know how it is. You get stuff stolen all the time, and you just call customer service, and they're really great, and they just send you a replacement. And you know what? Some of your replacements are legit. I can give Amazon and even Target good pat on the old back. Walmart, you can suck it. So basically, she looks at him and she says, "Well, couldn't you just get a replacement?" And he said it wouldn't be here in time. So apparently, it's for his daughter who is in the hospital, very sick. Pretty much, you feel like this poor little girl's about to die. This could be her last Christmas. He said, they're sold out everywhere. The replacement won't be here in time, and the only place I can find it is scalpers like you who are overcharging the hell, and I can't afford that due to my hospital bills. And it gets very cold, And basically, that's when Joey's like, "Look, my friend is trying to help you out here, even though they stole this man. This is this man's shit. They stole it from him." And she points out that, "Hey, you can kick rocks. You shit, we're trying to help you, yada, yada, yada." So the guy goes on. And then, Joey and Holly look at each other, and Holly's like, "That wasn't right. We shouldn't have done that." And she's like, no, he's not going to talk to us this way. So fast forward to the next day. Holly is walking back to her vehicle, and there's a box on the hood with a note that basically says, "We tried to give you a chance, to do the right thing, and you didn't do it." Open up the box, there's hands in there. So at this point, there's an eye, a heart, and hands. It's getting creepy by the fucking minute, right? This isn't some random shit. This is an entity, a ghoul, a force of nature. You don't really know. It does show a shadowy presence in the background. There was never really any clear indication was that, what the entity was, but it is there. You see it in a few panels or whatnot. So she rushes home, and the whole while is singing this song about Christmas and joy and all this stuff right here. And, you get the plug there. Girlfriend's name is Joey. So when she opens the door, the classic freak show, red, whole scene is red and red when, you're in the mind, you're hearing that Creepshow music. And there is Joey with her chest bust open, rib cage out, head down, eyes closed, so you get the vibe. And there's no hands. So you get the vibe, there's no eye. The heart was hers. The hands are hers. Yeah. Fucked up. And it basically said some things could not be replaced. Yeah. Pretty cool story. It wasn't. I enjoy Christmas Man a little more. I just thought it was a little more clever, I guess, and actually a mythology that I can see very well expanded upon into a movie or a episode of Tales from the Crypt or Creepshow. This was more a filler. I mean, it's good, solid. I mean, I'm not knocking it by no means. I give it a good solid 3.5. I enjoyed it. Hassel's out of 5. It's very enjoyable. So if you see this in your local comic book store, please pick it up. It was actually a very good book. The art is pretty good in it. I liked the art on Package Thieves a little better than I did Christmas Man. So it was kind of the offset. The art on one is better than the other, but the story is a little better on the other. All in all, though, very, very enjoyable read. Very enjoyable read. It would be well worth if you see it in your store, picking it up. Sit down and, crack open a cold beer or hit you a few Hassel shots and read this book. You'll enjoy it. Very, very worth it. So thank you to our friends at Geek Network, for hooking us up and allowing us to do these sorts of things for you guys. Next up, I do have Transformers 3. I should have already done this already, so I apologize. But in the next few days, I am off work because work has been insane lately. But I'm off work until the second of the year, so your boy Hassel's going to be putting some product out, and Transformers 3 it will be our next review that I kick out. So, without that being said, I'd like to give a few shout outs to our friends of the show, Big Rob, of Big Rob's House Entertainment. No Chinese food. You can always catch him on the YouTube, on Instagram, and the Twitter, as well as I believe he is on the TikTok. He gets a very good show, shorts on the TikTok. Catch us. Matter of fact, this coming week, we will be recording on our other show, the Nerdy Mandarin Show, with myself and Monster, as well as we will have Big Rob as a guest on there, and we will be recording our Excelsior Awards, which is our year-end award for everything that was fucking Excelsior and great. As well as we will have our DS Awards, which is the drizzling shits. So you do not want to miss that. Drop us a line on one of our socials and tell us what you want us to be Excelsior or shitting all over. Because we'll do it. Just let us know what you want. Hit us up in the message box. But like, subscribe, share this with your friends, please. We are up to 355 subscribers now. We're pretty happy with that. Thank you guys. Don't ever forget our sponsor, The Zone Collectibles, 305 Main Street, Tifton, Georgia. They will hit you up with all your nerdy needs with unity through community. Phantoms unite. And check out Spotlight Media. They're a media platform that has us on it as well. We are on Roku and Fire TV, people, courtesy of the Clady Clan, who is some of the greatest people that you'll ever meet. So, from me to you, it's Christmas Eve. I'm not drinking yet, people. I will be soon, but I'm not yet. So, I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.